work he does isn't easy, but worth it.
They're glad they see us and automatically they calm down.
For the past 28 years, Captain Guerrero has dedicated his life to being a firefighter in the Rio Grande Valley. Born and raised in Brownsville, he now helps to oversee over 200 employees from a station that is slated as one of the busiest in the city.
Day-to-day operations here, we're in charge of, actually it's one of the busiest stations here in Brownsville. Running close to about 10, 12 calls a day. We go to all types of calls. We're one of the few departments. We run all paramedic firefighters. We come in the morning, check out the trucks. If you're assigned to the fire truck, you're assigned to an ambulance, you go, that's the first thing we do. Relieve the outcoming crew, we check our unit, make sure we have everything for the day. Fuel, make sure unit's working.
During his tenure, Guerrero has helped implement new programs in the station that include one of the RGV's only dive teams, a dive team that played a key role in the rescue efforts of the 2001 Queen Isabella Causeway collapse, as well as other countless operations. It was only a year later, Guerrero remembers, that he and a handful of other firefighters from the valley were able to visit the World Trade Center memorial site to honor and mourn those who paid the ultimate price.
We actually went over there, we saw all the tragedy, everyone came together, a bunch of firefighters from all over the world. Went there, we actually presented a flag that flew over the Capitol. We presented it to one of the firehouses there. It was like a surreal, everybody treated the firefighters. We actually got a ride from PD to Ground Zero. They picked us up, they gave us, all the restaurants were treating us like VIPs. When we did these, we felt the New York Fire Department, but everybody was there from around the world, so everybody was just there, you know, giving thanks, remembering the firefighters and the people that died on that day.
And while today serves as a tragic reminder for not only firefighters, but all first responders alike, Guerrero, who started his career at only age 19, says he has never given a second thought to giving his all anywhere else.
First responders, they're there, they do it because they love it. And when you see them on the street and everything like that, you know, they go through a lot. We try not to show it in our stuff. We try not to take stuff home, but we've seen a lot of stuff and a lot of tragedy. And people call us, they don't call us for the good times. They call us at their worst possible time in their life and get their butt kicked, go home tired, go home stinky, go home sweaty. But I've never thought about leaving this department. It's always been, it's been good to me and I like my job.
We want to give a big thank you to all the men and women at the Brownsville Fire Department, as well as to Fire Chief Jared Sheldon for giving us a chance to get a behind-the-scenes look at what they do every day. Heather.
Held captive for 21 days in Iraq, our next guest survived to tell his story and continues to serve his community as a police officer for the city of Far. Edgar Hernandez is also an author. Joining us in the studio is Edgar Hernandez. Edgar, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And so this is our first ever Hometown Hero segment, and we're so glad that you accepted our invitation. So Edgar, I want to talk a little bit about you being from the RGV. Grew up in Alton, graduated from Mission High School, now serving our community in the city of Far. What does the RGV mean to you?
To me, the RGV is my hometown. You know, this is where I grew up. I love the people of the RVG. I feel like this is where I belong. You know, after I have served in the Army for 7 years, I traveled so many places, but I decided to come back home. You know, to me, the RVG is, you know, it's a simple life. You know, I like it, you know, and this is where I feel like I belong.
Yeah, definitely. RGV feels very at home for me too. I wanted to talk a little bit about your experience in the military. Like we said, you were held captive. You're back and you're serving our community. Can you talk to us a little bit about your time in the military?
Yes, I joined the Army right after high school. It was 2000 when I went to basic training. My experience in the military, it was something that I always wanted to do. It was my goal. It was a dream that I set for myself since I was a teenager. I was excited to be in the military. After 9/11 happened, it was just It was very, like, today is 9/11. Today is a very emotional day for me because, you know, a lot of people lost their lives. It was when our military was, you know, it was deploying. They were going to war. You know, I had a lot of friends, family members that deployed to Afghanistan right after 9/11. I didn't get deployed to Iraq till 2 years later. And my experience in the war, I mean, I was a POW. I lost so many friends. I was wounded in the war. So I got a lot of, you know, life experience, you know, life-death situations. But at the end of all that, I mean, I was honored, I was grateful that I decided to join the military. It's something that I always wanted to do. And to me, the military or the Army, it's been a very positive in my life. It's something that I will never regret. That decision of me joining the Army and serving my country is something I will never regret.
Yeah, and thank you for your service. And you know, we talked about how today is 9/11 and it's emotional for you. But you were 19, 20 years old going to war. And you know, the Valley is a big military veteran community. There are a lot of kids in high school about to graduate, already thinking of enlisting into the military. In your perspective, how important is that?
Joining the military, I think it would be like the best decision to make. Because for me personally, it was the best decision. I don't know how or what my life would be if I didn't have joined. You know, like right now I'm a police officer. I think I owe everything to my military experience. It was, like I said, it was a very positive for me to join.
And you have written a book about your experiences. I have it here, An American Hero by Edgar Hernandez. Can you tell us a little bit about what motivated you to write about your experience?
Because I think people have a lot of questions. You know, a lot of people were, you know, they were wondering like what happened. So I kind of like wanted to, you know, put it out there that, you know, my experience.
Yeah, and it's a traumatic experience, especially like we said, you were very young, 20, 21 years old. But after that experience, you still decided to come back to your hometown and serve our community. Why?
It's fun because being a military and a police officer, that was my two goals that I had in my life. And I feel like I wanted to fulfill those dreams. And I decided to come to the Valley as a police officer because I wanted to serve my community. And it's the people that I grew up with, and I understand the people of the Valley more, you know, and I think it was the best idea for me to come back and be a police officer here. Thank you so much, Edgar, for being here, for being our first hometown hero. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Yes, I just want to honor all those responders who lost their lives today, during the 9/11 attacks, and their sacrifice will always be remembered. Yeah, we'll never forget. All right, thank you so much again. Thank you for joining us. If you want to buy Edgar's book, Edgar Hernandez, POW, An American Hero, you can buy that on Amazon.
So I know how he wants it, and that's the way he likes it. You're ready to rock and roll?
A man who has been cutting hair for more than 50 years, Take 5 photojournalist Rick Velasquez got to meet the man behind the clippers. We're going to FAR when we come back. And take a look at who stopped by our Take 5 studios earlier today. You know him as Ernie from the former George Lopez show, but did you know Valente Rodriguez is from the Valley? We'll hear from him in our second half hour.
You know, the rising cost of living, inflation, these are daily struggles for a lot of folks. That's why we've got to stay focused on creating high-paying local jobs in the Valley and the Coastal Bend, giving small businesses access to more capital and boosting wages by investing in training for a more skilled workforce. That's the job. Asking yourself, what can we do in any given situation to make it better? Then rolling up your sleeves and going to work for the people you represent.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world, prepare for glory. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $5,300 in average finance savings.
At Dental Associates of McAllen and Farr, we are focused on having the latest technology to make your appointment as efficient and comfortable as possible. We take great pride in providing our community with high-quality, patient-centric care and oral health education. We are in-network with most dental insurances and conveniently located off of Nolana in Farr and McAllen. Give us a call for your next dental appointment.
How you doing, sir? Do you know why I pulled you over tonight?
No, I don't.
It smells like alcohol from the vehicle I've been drinking tonight.
I prefer not to answer that. In situations like these, your right to remain silent may be your best defense.
We're hosting the Emmys, and this year they're going highbrow.
No, they said eyebrow. They want you to make bad jokes about your eyebrows, which you're not doing.
Why don't they go through proper channels? My brows have their own agent.
What did I just say?
What?
I'm Colin Allred, and I approve this message.
Ted Cruz is always up to something, like taking Social Security we've paid into for decades.
We should gradually increase the retirement age.
Increase the retirement age, Ted?
We ought to gradually increase the retirement age.
Yep, he said it again. And it gets worse. Cruz said he'd privatize Medicare. And get this, voted to raise the cost of prescriptions. With Ted Cruz, we work longer, pay more, and get less. Listen, Ted, running to Cancun was bad, but you hurt us more when you're here.
There's a barbershop out in Farr that has been a home for Valley locals for more than 50 years. Our photographer Rick Velasquez sat down and talked to the man behind the barber chair at Cerda's Barbershop.
What they hear, he's old school. He doesn't want it short. So I know how he wants it, and that's the way he likes it. And it's better for me because by next week he's back. You're ready to rock and roll. Thank you, cuate. Siéntate un rato, hombre. The magic of love fills me with something so. My name is Javier Cerda. Ahí te va. Si quieres más le mocho. I've been a barber since 1968. In fact, I was born right behind the barbershop here. I'm 4 months older than the barbershop. I guess I was meant to be a barber. My dad was a barber. My dad built it August 2nd, 1948. We have never closed the business. It's always been a barbershop. And we feel that this is the oldest barbershop in South Texas that has never shut its doors for business. Leaves me no question, I'm in love with you. I've been cutting hair for 55 years. ¿Cómo quiere el pelo, Ilud? Así como está, pero shorter. Shorter? Okay, está bueno. My dad said, what do you want to do? Well, I don't know. I don't know that. He said, well, why don't you try barbering? So I said, okay. So I went to barber school in Harlingen. I graduated from there. I took my examinations, and I became a barber. And that's how, and I liked it. And I still love it. Cling to me. Hey, Luke, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Haven't seen you in a while.
You know, been all over.
Oh, yeah, we're doing a little interview here. Everybody that comes in here has a different character. And they all bring me good news and gossip, you know. But it's enjoyable. I have enjoyed it. And I've met a lot of wonderful people through the barbershop. My dad started cutting hair when he was about 14 years old. He was charged a nickel back then. Then he went into the army, and he was captured in 1943 in Africa, North Africa, by the Germans, became a prisoner of war for 26 months. So my dad was a barber, so they got about 5 or 6 barbers, and they would cut the hair of the prisoners of war. My dad loved barbering, so when he was liberated by the Russians, so he took advantage of the GI Bill and became a barber. And I didn't take over barbering because to please my dad, no. I took over barbering because I loved barbering. You know what I'm saying? And I love what I did, and I love what I do. And they asked me, hey, what are we gonna do when you, I say it, man, when I die. He said, well, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. You don't hurt my feelings because I know we're all gonna die. And then I told him, but you know what? Ya cuando no pueda cortar, pero when I can't cut hair no more, then I'll just, or okay, I'm making too many mistakes, then I'll quit. But I feel great right now, and as long as I feel great, I'll let the Lord decide for me. Be what you want to be. Enjoy what you want to be in life as far as an occupation. Don't be something that somebody else wants you to be. Be who you want to be, and you'll be happy. That's what I advise. It must be the magic of love. It must be the magic of love. It must be the magic of love.
A special day for bikers and drivers alike to come together and share the road. Elijah Noriega takes a ride on Critical Mass Day after the break.
I'm attorney George Rubio. Have you been injured in a car wreck or injured in a fall in the store? You need my help. Call me now. We can come to you. So if you live in Rio Grande City, Mission, McAllen, Edinburgh, Weslaco, Harlingen, Brownsville, or anywhere in between, don't wait till it's too late. Call me now for your free consultation.
Adjust strap tightness. Go. Chest clip check. Go. All systems go.
Ready for takeoff?
Whether you're going to Mars or the market, make sure your child is safely secured in his car seat. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
If the only thing climbing higher than the temperature outside is your electric bill, think DLJ Commercial Roofing. Our coating applications can reflect up to 85% of the sun's heat, which can decrease your cooling costs. Call us today to find out more.
I just want to make good food for good people, but Washington Democrats are killing us.
Everything is more expensive. Eggs, beef, and even cilantro.
It costs me twice as much just to get to work.
And no one's doing anything about it.
It's outrageous.
We need leaders like Mayra Flores who will fight for us.
Places like this are the heart of our community, but DC politicians are crushing small businesses. I will fight for the Valley and bring down prices. Thank you. I'm Mayra Flores, and I approve this message.
Are you prepared for a hurricane? We are at Lee's Pharmacy. We have generator power to keep us working during the storm. Today, it's the water hose. Tomorrow could be the real thing.
Go to Lee's, they've got it.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick, exceptional by design.
Get a 2024 Buick Envista starting at $23,495. See your local Buick dealer.
If you're the victim of a serious accident, it'll take an army of powerful lawyers and legal team to get you million-dollar results. Call 1-800-ZEKE-REINA.
Dear Texas, we know how much you love brisket, so we gave you brisket queso, loaded waffle fries, and brisket jalapeno poppers. Brisket lovers, we got you. To Texas with love from H-E-B.
Critical Mass Day has become a tradition for bikers across the nation to get together for some fun and to let other drivers know how to share the road. Our Elijah Noriega went with them on their last ride.
Hey 956ers, we are in McAllen right now and we're with a group called Critical Mass, and they're all about promoting bicycle safety. So let's go check them out.
I think the goal is just to try to bring people together,
just promote safety in cycling, I think.
You may have seen them riding around McAllen, but they are more than just a bike meetup.
Critical Mass is not anyone's ride, it's the community's ride. We all get together and it's a great time. Yeah.
And this bike meetup isn't just in McAllen.
My name is Josh, we're at the McAllen Convention Center. We host a bike ride here every last Friday of the month, more of like a spontaneous gathering. Critical Mass is a global event that's hosted around the world in every major city. Everybody does it a little bit differently. I think here in McAllen, we just want to show motorists how many cyclists they have in their city. But the idea is just 30 days out of the month, cars get to rule the road. This is our one day that we take over the roads, basically.
Critical Mass started in San Francisco and eventually made its way to the RGV. And Josh Gomez is the one who initiates the route.
It's usually about 16 to 18 miles, unless the weather is bad, or if we have a lot of new beginners, we'll kind of shorten the route a little bit. But on average, it's about 15 to 16 miles, yeah.
Josh got into bicycling because he needed to, a means of getting around.
I didn't have a car as a young man, so getting to work, getting to buy groceries, I think that's the more important part of cycling is people do it for sport and people do it for fun, but using the bike as a utilitarian vehicle to get you to where you're going, I think it kind of moves people to action a little bit more than doing it for sport.
And the bike meetup always has a great turnout every month.
We do a really big ride on Halloween. It's a costume theme ride. That's the biggest ride that we do in the year. But on average, we have about, I'd say 30 to 50 people that show up.
It's all about community and having fun.
You get to meet other cyclists, other disciplines. There's so many different types of people. If you look around, there's people on cruiser bikes, there's people on road bikes, on BMX bikes, people on single speeds, electric bikes too. So everybody gets together and gets to join in a common interest and just bringing the community together, I think.
And if you don't have a bike, don't worry. You can also show up in anything that rolls.
I would say if you have a bike, if you're intimidated, it's a very chill ride. Little kids come out, older people come out. It's a lot of fun. You should come out. It's for a good cause. Everybody's welcome. If you got wheels, you're welcome to come.
So go on and take the scenic route. They meet up on the last Friday of the month, and it's like riding a bike. You'll never forget the experience. And I'll see you on the road. For Take 5, I'm Elijah Noriega.
Well, if you're looking to take a bike ride anytime soon, you're gonna need to know what the weather looks like out there. Meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez has your answer on our Take 5 fashion forecast. Cecilia.
Well, nothing a good pair of sneakers or a t-shirt can't fix as far as the fashion forecast is concerned. No more need for the umbrella or the rain boots as the day goes on. I would grab a hat, I would grab the sunglasses. We should overall stay partly cloudy and be right back into the 90s. That's your Take 5 fashion forecast.
Whoa, is this your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. Yesterday, I was at the Nissan end of summer sales event taking a test drive. And Laura says,
"You'll love this."
And off we went. We're having a blast. Then she told me it was named Cars.com's best value for 2024.
These Sentras are going fast.
I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Get a low $269 per month lease on Sentra. One of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
At Dental Associates of McAllen and Farr, we are focused on having the latest technology, high-quality, patient-centric care and oral health education, conveniently located off of Nolana in Farr and McAllen. Give us a call for your next dental appointment.
There's only one attorney who can deliver giant results. Alexander Began is the law giant. Call 956-9000000.
Dr. Mojo reporting for surgery.
Hey, if you don't know Mojo from TMZ Sports, well, here he is with his beautiful bride. He could have taken his wife anywhere in the U.S. for LASIK, but he chose Dr. Carlos Manrique to have her Z-LASIK done. As you can see here, she couldn't even see before the procedure, and right after, there she is looking at the clock and seeing immediately. Dr. Manrique treats everybody like a family member. Come and join our family today.
Congratulations, my love. Good work, Doc. My man, thank you, sir.
Unfortunately for South Texas homeowners, our homes are built on clay soils that constantly expand and contract.
This movement causes doors not to function properly, cracks in your sheetrock and brick, plumbing leaks, and structural damage.
If you have these problems at your home, fortunately, our hometown team has improved elevations and stabilized thousands of homes from Houston to the Rio Grande Valley. My brothers and I won't let your biggest investment fall through the cracks. Call us today.
Enroll now at Horizon Montessori Public Schools STEM Academy. Our public schools are located in McAllen, Weslaco, and Harlingen. They are tuition-free for students from pre-K 3 to 8th grade, and we offer a supportive and friendly environment where students can learn at their own pace. Enrolling your children is easy. Go to our website at www.hmps.net or scan the QR code on your screen. Our teachers are dedicated to helping students reach their full potential. Be a part of the experience.
The American Legion is once again teaming up with the City of Mission and the Texas Veterans Land Board to honor veterans buried at the Rio Grande Valley's State Veterans Cemetery. Joining us in studio to tell us all about it is Lucio Gaitan, Mary Hernandez, and George Rice. Thank you so much for joining us today. So let's talk first about the American Legion. What can you tell our viewers about that mission?
Thank you. First of all, thank you for having us. And as you introduced our team, this is our whole team, so we're in this together. I'm a member of the American Legion, an officer for Post 101 in Pharr, Texas. The American Legion is a national organization. The American Legion is pretty much divided into departments: the Department of Texas, Department of Ohio, Department of New York. So our District 15 American Legion is so adamant about community service, and we get involved. We ask our members to get involved in the city, in the state, in the national politics. So, and this is one of our programs we started back in 2006. Wow. With the help of the Veterans Land Board and the City of Mission, with Mary Hernandez here. We've been able to pull through for the past 18 years. Now, when we started in 06, like I say, we had 19 graves out there, and our job was to place a holiday wreath in front of the grave and say their name, say our hero's name, and give them a little hand salute and thank them again for their service, because we never forget. Right. And this is a mission here that we shall never forget. So 18 years later, fast forward today, we need 4,400 wreaths. And wow. our mission is hard. I don't want to say complicated, but that's why we're here. We're asking for public help, for public funds from a city to a state and a national government that could help us. So that's why we're here today.
I think such an incredible problem to have, that now you guys have grown so big with this event over the years that now you do need that help, but I think it's definitely help that is worthy to provide from the people of the RGV. So tell us a little bit about how they can help out to make sure that we get these wreaths on the graves.
Absolutely, but I'd like to introduce Mary, if she could say a little something about the City of Pharr and her role in all this.
With the City of Mission, we're privileged and honored to support this event. I'm with the State Veterans Cemetery, and we support and host and have been hosting this event for the last 18 years. The American Legion came on and took on this under their wing, and they've done it fabulously every single year. And now it's come time to make sure that we are able to support every single grave that's there and make sure that they're honored with a wreath, and to make sure that everybody remembers each individual that has been laid to rest there. And the way they can help us is by donating to the Wreaths Across America event and supporting these families and making sure that they have a wreath on their headstone.
Now, you do have a flyer here that lets people know it's so quick and easy to donate. You can do it via Cash App, you can do it via PayPal, Venmo, all these things that we already have on our phone. It's such a great cause that I think you guys are doing. So, and if they want any more information on how they can help, where can they also find you guys?
We are there as well, with via email with my name and phone number, or just shoot us a little text, and or just check out the website, the national website, which is Wreaths Across America, and then just follow the prompts, Rio Grande Valley, RGV, and all the funds will go directly to us here in the Valley. Although you could probably do the same thing and send your money to Georgia, to California, or the rest of the nation, even Arlington Cemetery. but we would like the funds to funnel down to us so we could accomplish our mission 100%.
We have a 2-for-3 deal as well. You buy 2 reefs, another one ggets donated on behalf of Reefs Across America as well. And that's going to be continuing all the way until just after Thanksgiving. So I believe December 2nd is the cutoff date.
Wow, so still so much time to help. We, of course, want to thank you guys once again for joining us. This has been such an honor. For more information, you can go to reefsacrossamerica.org. Now, on Veterans Day, the American Legion holds a big tribute for veterans buried at the Rio Grande Valley State Veterans Cemetery south of Mission. And don't forget that you can help contribute to that by, again, visiting their website and contributing. Up next, we have Valente Rodriguez in our studio. He is sending his message to the RGV, letting you know if you want to work in Hollywood, he's got the tips for you.
When you sent me to Congress, I made you some promises.
You know, this political era, it's a bunch of bull corn.
You know, Monica actually kept her promises. She is fighting to save my Social Security.
She also voted to expand affordable health care for all South Texans.
And working to secure the border. What's her name?
Monica de la Cruz.
Hey, Monica, yes, yes.
I'm Monica de la Cruz, and I approve this message.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 1.9% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Chevy drives Texas. Together, let's drive.
College football's finally here in the Valley. V's up.
Hey, when does the game start?
Says here fall of 2025. Well, I have the grill going, so...
We can wait.
Yeah, we can wait.
Get a new 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for only $39,000 to $995 or take $12,000 off MSRP. Payne Westlaco Chevrolet and PayneGM.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Lo que tú quieres, regardless. When a loved one has been injured in a serious accident, there's no time to waste. Take control and hire a powerful lawyer that can move the scales of justice in your favor. Call 1-800-ZEKE-REINA.
Nobody ever plans to get arrested, but everyone should have a plan in case they do. If you or your loved ones find yourself in jail, we understand that bad things also happen to good people. If it happens to you, remember to call Acon Thu, 422-2222.
Welcome back. Well, we are always talking about talent here in the Valley on Take 5, and today is no different. We are talking about the South Texas International Film Festival with the one and only Valente Rodriguez. Valente, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here,
yes,
Heather.
Thank you. So let's talk a little bit about this festival. What can people expect when they attend?
Oh my gosh, we got so much stuff going on. We got seminars, we got workshops, we had a 24-hour film race. You can't do that anymore, but you can do it next year. We have a time where you can meet and greet all of the celebrities that are coming to the show. And then on top of that, we're also screening all these different films. We're screening Rio Grande Valley films. We're screening international films. We're screening Texas films. We're doing all kinds of stuff. And on top of that as well, most of the celebrities that have come are going to be roaming around. And so if you just want to come meet us, come on down. It's all free. It's all completely free.
Wow. And this is its 10th year now that this has been happening.
Very exciting.
So what can people expect? Is there different things that we can expect
Well, there
this
is.
year?
There is. Now, see, if you didn't come last year, you missed Lou Diamond Phillips. That's who you missed last year.
Wow.
But this year, Emilio Rivera. And Emilio and I did a movie a while back. Emilio was on Mayans. He was one of the guys on Mayans. A beautiful, amazing human being. With a wonderful, wonderful story. He didn't start out to be an actor. I think he wanted to do stand-up, and then he moved into acting. So come see us, come on see us, come see us, come see us, come see us. It's all completely free. One of the really important things for this kind of stuff is when I left here 20, 30 years ago, we didn't have this kind of stuff, right? And so if you're a young artist, you could improve yourself by learning what it is that you were doing, but you didn't know about the outside world, right? That's what we do. We bring in people from the outside world so that all these young filmmakers and camera people and makeup people and costume people can get to meet them so that they can sound them about what is the job like, what should I do, do you have any advice for me?
Right. Let's touch a little more on those workshops because I think it's such a great resource, as you said, for people here in the Valley who maybe don't know the full extent of the industry. What are these workshops that you're offering?
Well, for example, we have something called the pitch. Now, this is the way the pitch works. You have a film, right? And then you get called in from somebody who wants to give you money, right? And so you go in and you pitch to them. For 5 minutes, you tell them what the film is like, right? Well, this is extremely hard to do if you've never done it before.
Right, I would imagine.
Exactly. So this place gives you a time to practice. We accept submissions. Those are cut down to 5, and those 5 people or 3 people get to pitch to us, to a panel, to me, to Sandra, who's been in the business for 30 years, and she produces movies, and to another individual as well. And we give them notes, and we tell them, you know, this worked, this didn't work, you should concentrate on that, you should not concentrate on that. And what a beautiful thing to do before you actually go do it in real time. For somebody who actually wants to give you money. You practice, you practice, you practice, you become good at it, and then you have a better chance to get your product done.
Amazing. And I know that this festival has been going on for 10 years, and you have actually been the host for all 10 years.
Extremely excited about that.
So what does this festival mean to you now personally?
It means that, look, the job that I do seriously on television and on film is I sell Clorox, I sell Coca-Cola, I sell IBM. I'm the salesman for all these commercials that are in between the stuff, right? At the end of the day, what does that mean to me? What kind of contribution have I made? Well, this is where I come to make that contribution. The contribution is going to make me better, happier, make the people that are coming up. I love the Rio Grande Valley because I'm from the Rio Grande Valley, and I want to help everybody I can achieve and get to the places that they want to get to, right? And so that's what really, really fills me. If you were to ask me, what would you list your accomplishments and what would you put on top? One of the first ones would be coming back to the Rio Grande Valley and talking to individuals who are wanting to do it and giving them my advice and telling them my story and just letting them know it doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is how hard you work and the passion that's in your heart. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter. You can make it from here. Yes, you can. And here I am, right in front of you if you doubt it. And so you can do it as well. And that's what I try to tell every single student that comes in.
And I think it's a beautiful message. And us here at Take 5, we're really fortunate. We get to see this talent every day in the Valley. So coming from the Valley, what does it feel like for you to get to see this new talent emerge every year at this festival?
It's extremely inspirational, extremely inspirational. So I've watched this I'm going to call him a young man because he's younger than me, Rodrigo Moreno, right? And I saw his films 2 years ago, and I saw his film last year, and then he called me and said, you want to do one of my shorts? And I said, yes. And me and Bobby Soto and Renee Victor came and did it in Brownsville in December, right? And so not only am I giving advice, but I'm also, when somebody comes to me and says, hey man, I got this project, I'll go, I got the time, yes, let's do it. Because that's really what I want to do. I want to till the ground, I want to tend this garden as well as I can so that it can grow and it can bear some amazing fruit. Because we have some amazing talent in the Rio Grande Valley, amazing talent. They just need the opportunity to succeed.
Right.
And I'm hoping I'm providing that. And thank you guys for this show, right? No, seriously, seriously, because the more exposure we get, the more we learn how to do this, the better we get at it.
Well, we definitely want to make sure that our viewers know where they can see this Valley talent. So where can they find that information for the South Texas International Film Festival?
South Texas International Film Festival. We're on Facebook. We're at the new Cultural Center in Edinburgh. That's right next to City Hall. Completely, that space is going to be completely set up for us. It's the inaugural event. So we got it all. We get to break it in. We're really excited about that as well. Hopefully we don't break it. We'll be fine. So come on over. South Texas International Film Festival. Look us up on Facebook.
Well, there you have it. Make sure that you don't miss it. That is happening until Saturday. Make sure you get out there to support our RGV talent. We want to, of course, thank Valente once more.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's totally free, guys. Come on over.
Totally free. There you go. Did you know the owner of several McDonald's restaurants is actually from the Valley? We're hearing all about his story when we return.
In South Texas, you keep your word.
That's why I can't vote for Monica de la Cruz.
She broke her promises to us.
Put our Social Security and Medicare at risk.
That's our money.
We worked for that.
Monica even said no to lowering healthcare and drug prices.
I am supporting Michelle Vallejo.
She's a small business owner
who will work with Republicans and Democrats
to bring down the cost for working families
and secure the border.
I'm Michelle Vallejo, and I approve this message.
Some people like to go to the dentist.
Or you can drive your car. Need an oil change? No problem. Need a balance? No problem. Need a tune-up? No problem. Need financing options? No problem. Need brakes? No problem. Need tires? No problem. Need alignment? No problem. Nitrogen? No problem. Shampoo? That's what I'm talking about. Take that to the bank. Dance!
Unfortunately for South Texas homeowners, our homes are built on clay soils that constantly expand and contract.
This movement causes doors not to function properly, cracks in your sheetrock and brick, plumbing leaks, and structural damage.
If you have these problems at your home, fortunately, our hometown team has improved elevations and stabilized thousands of homes from Houston to the Rio Grande Valley. My brothers and I won't let your biggest investment fall through the cracks. Call us today.
Jay Gonzalez, top lawyer, the best of the best, every day, every moment, in all of the Valley. We are fighting for our clients and winning. Car accidents, truck accidents, workplace injuries. You want results. You want justice. You want Jay Gonzalez. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Savor all the flavors at the Tacos and Tequila Festival, happening September 14th and 15th at the South Padre Island Convention Center. Experience tacos from all over the RGV and sample the finest tequilas. Live music with Grupo Sólido, Los Palominos, and many more. Witness a Lucha Libre event and participate in the Grito Jalapeño taco eating and chancla throwing contest. Get your tickets at sopadre.com/tacos. The Tacos and Tequila Festival at South Padre Island.
Good afternoon, I'm Dina Herrera Garza, and here's what's making news at this hour. A 12-year-old boy arrested by PSJ ISD police for allegedly making threats on social media. The arrest happened this morning. The district found out about the social media threats last night. We're told the boy will be charged with making a terroristic threat. Mission CISD is not allowing backpacks at junior high and high school campuses. The new rule is only in place for the remainder of the week. The decision comes in light of the recent social media threats and arrest at districts valley-wide. Last week, a Mission high school student was arrested for making a bomb threat while in class.
Dina, we're continuing to track Hurricane Francine moving into Louisiana, moving away from our coastline. Still some pretty choppy water out there. You can see it's run way up into the dunes earlier, but it should start to subside now as the storm makes landfall over Louisiana. We'll pull away. Here our winds are kind of dying down now out of the north, just a few miles per hour. At the coast, there still could be a lingering shower, but for the most part, it should be a nice evening across the valley as temperatures fall from the 80s down to about 80 degrees by the time we get to 11 o'clock. Dina?
That's going to do it for us. Join us at 5, 6, and 10 for more news and weather.
Did you know Texas Health and Human Services has a free helpline to guide Texas residents through the complexities of Medicare? Get answers to all your Medicare questions, reduce your costs, and access more benefits. Feel secure your coverage is protected. Call 800-252-9240 today. That's 800-252-9240.
Facing a DWI charge in the Rio Grande Valley? Call Rene A. Flores.
As
At Square One Dental Implant Center, our doctors and staff use the latest implant technology to restore your smile permanently. Give us a call to schedule your same-day smile transformation and let us help you get your smile back to square one.
Louis, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready for the commercial, Rosemary.
But it's a commercial for commercial buildings. We don't need you.
What? But I need to talk about our great equipment options and lease plans that virtually pay for themselves. And how we can keep businesses cool and comfortable. A lot of people don't know we install commercial ACs.
Well, I think you just told them.
But do I look good?
Luis, get down from there before you fall.
And remember, you can always trust the Tex in Pink.
I'm Colin Allred, and I approve this message. Ted Cruz is always up to something, like taking Social Security we've paid into for decades.
We should gradually increase the retirement age.
Increase the retirement age, Ted?
We ought to gradually increase the retirement age.
Yep, he said it again. And it gets worse. Cruz said he'd privatize Medicare. And get this, voted to raise the cost of prescriptions. With Ted Cruz, we work longer, pay more, and get less. Listen, Ted, running to Cancun was bad, but you hurt us more when you're here.
It doesn't matter which lane you're running in or how fast you're moving. We're all just trying to reach our destination. As we hurtle through this race, you can rest assured you are not alone. Here at Texas National Bank, we share this journey with you. We are running with you.
Welcome back. Fred Del Barrio is owner and operator of more than 10 McDonald's in the Valley. His climb to success is an extraordinary one. Joining us today to tell us more is Mr. McDonald's himself. Fred, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here on your new show.
We're really excited to have you too. So Fred, we've talked before. You've shared your story with me. Can you share with the viewers how Mr. McDonald started? Because it's a unique one.
Yes. You know, I started when I was in high school. I was going to school just half a day. And my dad said it was time for me to get a real job. I was really making money washing cars and you know, mowing lawns, doing things like that for my teachers and professors at Pan Am because we were in Edinburgh. And you know, I thought, you know, I'm doing fine, you know, and my dad said, no, I want you to get a real job. So, you know, I tried a couple of different places and, you know, a lot of my friends worked at HEB and, you know, didn't get in over there. My sister was working at McDonald's and I go in to pick her up from work and she's getting, you know, cleaning up, doing whatever she needed to do to get ready to leave. And I'm sitting and with the manager of the McDonald's and he says, I hear you're looking for a job. And I said, yeah, and he says, well, why don't you fill out an application? So as I'm filling out the application in pencil, not really serious about it, I guess he's interviewing me, you know, asking me certain questions. I didn't really realize I was being interviewed. And a couple of days later, the phone rings at home and my dad and I have the same name. And so, you know, my dad gets the call first and he's like, oh, I'm not the one looking for a job, my son is. So he passes the phone to me, so I can't say no.
Yeah, your dad's there.
Because my dad already knows, you know, it's like, oh, you have a job offer. So that's how I started out at McDonald's. And I mean, I really, you know, I still remember my first day, you know, it was a bit overwhelming, you know, but, you know, at McDonald's, and I think then and now, you know, we try to make it your best first job. Been at it for over 40 years, you know. Started in the kitchen. Thank you. Yeah, I started in the kitchen and just kind of worked my way up.
Something that I love about your story is that it still continues today. You've left your footprint. McDonald's is very well known, but you do more than just serve food. You serve our community in so many ways. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
You know, just in South Texas alone, with our Share the Love program this year, we gave over $235,000 back to the 5 different Ronald McDonald's houses here in South and Central Texas. You know, which is a great amount of money, you know.
Big amount of money.
Yes, yes. And then we have our choice to opportunity. You know, I was talking about education. You know, how important that is to me as a McDonald's operator and to all of our McDonald's operators. You know, we all here in the Rio Grande Valley and throughout the United States, most of the McDonald's operators offer tuition assistance program, and it's called Our Choice to Opportunity. And it's anything from learning English as a second language to getting your GED to college to your master's. Just in my own restaurants, last year we provided about $50,000 in scholarships.
For more than 30 years, you have supported CareGV Student of the Week. We talk every year, we get together every year because we celebrate these outstanding students. Fred, why do you continue to support CareGV and the Student of the Week efforts?
It's very important to me, and I think that encouraging these students to get their college education, and at least to keep learning. I think the partnership that we have with Channel 5, and this isn't just me, it's all of my fellow McDonald's owner operators too that are part of this program, and the other businesses that we have, like Lee's Pharmacy and Vantage Bank, and of course Bert Ogden, that has been with it since the beginning, like we have. It's just so important. I like telling the kids too every year, it's like, you've come a long way from a Happy Meal, so we're really proud of you kids.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite tagline every year. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Fred. Thank you for sharing your story and for doing all that you do for our community. The next Student of the Week segment is coming up tonight on Channel 5 News at 6.
There's nothing better than a good book and a cup of coffee. Morning anchor Javier Guerra has the perfect place coming up on our Made in the 956 Extra.
Tonight, with the historic debate done and just weeks before Election Day, what do voters think now? Who came out ahead? Plus, tracking the new powerful storm, Francine. World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
Frontier AC, the Valley's #1 cooling and heating specialist. We are now offering up to $1,500 off a brand new ultra-efficient carrier system. We also offer 100% money-back guarantee and free estimates. With Frontier AC, we'll help keep your cool.
I'm Jeff Davis. My family has lived in our Lone Star State since the late 1800s. I was born and raised here with Texas values. That's why at Davis Law Firm, we do things the Texas way. Instead of settling cheap, our experienced attorneys work hard to get you the cash settlement or verdict you deserve. Our track record of success is why we get so many referrals from current and former clients. If you're hurt in a car, truck, or commercial vehicle accident, call me at 444-4444. Want more? Call the 4s.
Are you prepared for a hurricane? We are at Lee's Pharmacy. We have generator power to keep us working during the storm. Today it's the water hose. Tomorrow could be the real thing.
Go to Lee's, they've got it.
Nobody ever plans to get arrested, but everyone should have a plan in case they do. If you or your loved ones find yourself in jail, we understand that bad things also happen to good people. If it happens to you, remember to call Aegon Thu, 422-2222.
When you're expecting, we're expecting you. DHR Health Women's Hospital is designated maternal level 4 by the state as the highest level of care for expecting mothers in the region, providing an exclusive experience in a private suite for you and your baby. We create individualized plans for you, from high-risk pregnancy to newborns needing neonatal intensive care. We are ready to deliver. DHR Health, for you, for life.
Hi, I'm Charlie Garcia.
And I'm Rico Garcia.
And we are USA Concrete Coatings.
If you're ready to upgrade your business, restaurant, garage, man cave, or porch, then you're ready for USA Concrete Coatings.
We'll have your floors looking flawless with our exclusive USA Concrete Coatings products. We'll ensure that your concrete coating is strong and durable. It's antimicrobial and comes with a lifetime warranty.
USA Concrete Coatings, from concrete to custom, in just one day.
We're back another week highlighting a local valley business with Made in the 956, and we have morning anchor Javier Guerra joining us to do it. Javier, what do you have for us this week?
Thank you so much, Millie. It's good to be with you.
Yeah.
It's good to be with you. Well, of course, have you ever heard of Ante Books?
I've heard a little bit about it. So it's an indie bookstore, is that right?
It is an indie bookstore, and you kind of know what an indie bookstore is, right?
Right, more or less. So a little more low-key than a bigger bookstore, I would assume.
An independent bookstore, right? But grabbing a good book and finding a place to immerse yourself and read might be kind of tough here in the Valley. There's an independent bookshop in McAllen looking to change that by providing a unique space where RGV culture is front and center. Ante Books and Creative Studio is this week's Made in the 956, and of course it's the extra, right? So Selena Herrera has always had a love for books and wanted to bring something unique to the RGV. She used her experiences at other indie bookstores across the country to create Ante Books and Creative Studio on Hackberry in McAllen. It was important for her to add some Puro 956, as they say here, right? Some 956 pride, of course. So the studio opened about 3 months ago. Selena says it's about providing more than just books. They've hosted different events to promote local organizations. And of course, they also host poetry nights and movie screenings. Herrera says it's important to showcase the local talent.
You can make yourself right at home as soon as you walk in. Just a space that lends itself to you versus you coming in to ask for permission to use it.
I love that. I love that. So from the 956, giving back to the 956.
Yes.
I love it. So does she only sell books at the bookstore?
No, so there's shirts, there's other things. They also have other creative spaces that they use it for, right? Like I mentioned, they have the poetry nights that they do. They also have local author nights. So they promote a lot of the local authors here in the 956. So if you write a book, right, you can go to that store, you can have like a book signing, or you can just get together. But it's such a unique place, Millie, because you can go and just have a coffee and just chat with people. It's kind of, you know, smaller, more intimate, not like your average bigger bookstore.
Right. I love that. I think that's the perfect time. Right now we're getting into fall, we're getting into cozy. Little cup of coffee and a book. What's better?
Sweater weather.
Exactly. There you go. We want to thank Javier once again for joining us. Make sure you check out Ante Books on all their social media pages. And here are some events happening this week. Come meet the monster truck Grave Digger over at Mott's Building Materials tomorrow at 3 p.m. and far. And of course, the 10th annual South Texas International Film Festival is today. You can head to the Edinburgh Arts, Culture and Events Center at 5 p.m. for some fun films. Thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. We'll see you here tomorrow. Channel 5 News at 5 starts right after the break.
It's always tractor season at Rockin' Moose sells, and we know when it comes to your land, you take pride in your work.
Come check out our new line of MT2 to MT7 tractors from 25 to 101 horsepower, four-wheel drive, quick attach front-end loader with skid steer compatible bucket, shuttle shift or hydrostatic